Hello, hello, and happy time zones, everybody. Welcome to my Saturday sprints. This one, as I said in chat, is being dual streamed over to Twitch for this week only because I am very, very super close to getting affiliate there. So I just need to have people over there, basically.
Join us.
Yes, join us. Hold on, I'm just making sure it's loading
We don't
correctly.
have cookies, but eventually we'll have channel points to be able to make Jace do things.
Yes. All right. I've got it set up over there. All right. Yes. So I am working on drafting Will Meyer's Virtual Diary episode 3. It's been... I haven't had time to sit down and record episode 2, but I had time to write episode 3. Because recording is a whole different ball of wax. But yeah, I need to get 3 days of streams on Twitch that I can do this week. I can do that with this Perfect Pancake and just some short shit on Wednesday to raid into Charlie's stream. That'll be at 1. Did you say?
Yep.
1 Eastern. So I'll probably just be doing like an hour on Wednesday, and that'll be my final piece of the puzzle. Woo, the chat's doing the lurks. Wow, it's 9 over there. Excellent. So let's say hi to everyone else, and we'll do it pass the baton style. You don't have to physically pass the baton. You just introduce the next person. So Charlie, you go first.
Hi, my name's Charlie. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm still recovering from all of the awesome that took place on my stream last night. And I didn't realize how done in my brain was until I heard Chloe's voice and freaked out and thought I need to get my keyboard and mouse hooked up because I'm not ready for the game. And then I realized, oh, not that stream. I'm fine. Oh, everything's fine. So
everything's fine.
I don't know exactly what I'm going to be working on today because, brain good, no. But I am adding a whole bunch of new streams next week because Jules, the dawdling writer, is not going to be able to do her regular weekly streams because of new job. And I need streams in those time slots. So I am going to start streaming from 1 to 3 on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, in addition to my regular stream. So there'll be a break on Wednesdays. So 2 hours in the morning and then 4 hours in the afternoon, evening, with a 2-hour break in the middle so I can have lunches. But yeah, it's going to be crazy and fun, and I can't wait to see what all shenanigans we get up to with a bunch more streams over there, because it's wild, y'all. Chloe?
I am Chloe Alice Falcon. I am a writer of paranormal romance and also smut, which I guess paranormal romance is smut, but you know how it is. And I stream on Word Stitch Write-ins, and also I do stream on Twitch under Chloe Alice Falcon. I don't have a schedule right now because my life doesn't have a schedule right now. Today I'm going to be working on... I actually have somebody paying me real money to proofread for them. So I'm going to do stuff that is actually making me money because nothing else is making me money right now. Yeah, that's me. Oh, and Jace, you can switch your category to writers midstream if you should feel the interest in changing your current category from talk shows and podcasts to writers. Yes. I mess that up all the time until I got all of the bots and all of that. So yes. Death of Rats.
Hey, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. I am the Death of Rats, also known as Sage Davis, also known as Moon Bunny Creative, also known as BDE Blue Eyes. And tonight I am just vibing, drinking some whiskey, looking up Breathplay and Dacrophilia because why the hell not? And apparently killing Chloe. I am going to be working on some fan fiction because Kaiba has finally decided that he's not sulking at me anymore. So I'm going to do that. And hashtag Divine Devon, hashtag Terrific Tugwaddle, stuff and things. Like I said, I'm just vibing and drinking whiskey. So that's the best you get out of me. I'd share with you, but I don't think the internet works that way.
If it could, oh my god.
At the beginning of the next sprint, there may be either a Scotch or an Irish whiskey on my desk joining me.
Ooh, Irish.
Yeah, probably the Irish whiskey.
So, I already mentioned this to Sage earlier. I headed over to Twitter and I learned something very interesting that made me giggle a lot. So this weekend, there are a lot of protests and rallies for Medicare for All. And their hashtag was going around. And would it be M for All? Would it be Medicare for All? No. Someone did not consult their...
Oh, no.
It is M for all.
Oh.
I mean, we can go for that too.
I mean, I'm all for everyone having M for M. Because that's just...
I fail to see a problem.
That's just gay fanfic or gay dating.
I kind of want to hurry up and go over to all of the crazy alt-right people and point that out so they can be like, look, see the gay agenda! Because I kind of want those videos. I'm not trolling the internet today. That's not what I'm doing. No, I'm going to be a good person.
So
we're behaving ourselves.
Jace, I have a question for you, but it comes in image form. And I would like everybody to answer the question at the same time. So is it possible for you to share our Discord chat so that I can send this image to everybody at once?
Let's see. Discord chat.
And just throw your Discord chat up on the screen, the chat that we have together, and then I will send this image.
All right. Send it and I will share it.
Can you get it on the screen before? Like, I want everybody to experience this at the same time. Don't worry, it's not going to get you kicked off YouTube or Twitch.
We're all having a how TOS is this moment.
Oh, I can't see it.
Jace.
If you click it, it'll bring it bigger.
Is this what friends do?
Jace, is this what friends do?
That is what friends
do. Well, okay, my secret Irish wife and I sometimes, and we're just friends, so maybe.
I am an Aquarius, and I don't do that with people that are just friends.
M&M for A.
This was absolutely a random ad that popped up in the middle of a random game that I was playing. And the funny thing is it did have like a whole video to it. And like that image popped up in the middle of the video. And I'm like, oh my God, if this thing ever pops up again, I'm going to like try to get a screenshot of it. But you know, it gets impossible to time shit right in a video. And then that ended up being the like still at the end of it as well. And I was like, yes, thank you, God.
I mean, I guess if you're really good friends.
Actually, now that I think about it, I could do that with a female friend.
Oh yeah, I can name
Someone who
several
I've
female friends.
no sexual attraction to, I could do that with, and just like giggle about it.
With a cream-filled donut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
All I can say is my secret Irish wife can never see this.
all I'm saying is I have done this with them. So
That was my little bit of amusement for
I
today.
kind of need a story, Death. I kind of need a story, but I'll save it. It's fine. It's fine.
that's all you're getting.
So going over to chat,
Yes.
And now for something completely different.
we do have Alice and Angelry and CB who is just stopping in to pop in and leave a like. And we have Kat. And we have Devin and Key and Al. Oh, wait, that's Alice and Double Alice. We have Megan.
Woo!
So Alice says, I'm working on a social media post to semi-call out a person for blocking me after I tried to explain how something they called ableism wasn't ableist and telling me I couldn't have an opinion. Yeah.
I've been there before.
Opinions are like toilet paper. Like they're really common and easy to get access to. It doesn't mean that all opinions are right. What? Who would say that you don't have a right to an opinion?
Oh, a lot of
I
people.
know.
Yeah.
I know, but
Mhm.
still, like,
I've been there for let's just say early last year after the George Floyd stuff. My support for BLM was not appreciated by certain members of AuthorTube.
I've been told that I don't have a right to speak on LGBT issues, so I understand. But I'm just like, do you realize how many of those I tick off? Like, do you really think?
Well, in this case, I didn't tick off any of them.
I was told I was not allowed to have an opinion on the expression, did I stutter? Because I do have a stutter. It normally doesn't come out in my shows, thankfully, but I do have a stutter. And I said that as somebody with a stutter, I'm not offended by this phrase, but I understand why someone else would be. And I was told I was not allowed to have that opinion because I was being ableist by literally not being offended by something, but understanding why somebody would be offended by it.
Mm-hmm.
As a fellow stutterer, I agree with you.
Yeah, like I get why people think it's hurtful. Just to me personally, I don't consider it hurtful to me. But like I get why somebody could be offended by that, but apparently it's not even, unless you absolutely are offended, to the point that you will actively tell people, you know, not even actively tell people. Like I can still, as somebody who's not offended, but understands why somebody could be, I can still tell people, you know, some people are offended by this, but like even that is not good enough. Yeah.
This is a public service announcement. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
Yes.
Not entitled to be not being told that they are wrong, but they are entitled to their own opinions. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I've been told that I'm not allowed to have an opinion on the whole J.K. Rowling thing.
Oh.
Like, she literally wants me to not exist.
She's literally funding legislation to make it illegal for people to be like us.
So apparently this is a common issue with stutterers, and I'm sorry that you've also had a similar experience. I also have a friend who, I'm going to say the wrong thing, just like them, because I can never remember the actual term for it. I have a friend who's colorblind who's not allowed to say that he's colorblind anymore. But because people are like, that's a term that describes racist people, so you're not allowed to use it anymore. And he's like, no, I just literally don't see color. And like even within groups for people with that disorder, they're not allowed to use that term because it's been, I'm going to go ahead and say it, it's been appropriated.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
That's one of the few times I've heard that phrase used accurately.
Like, if you
Yep.
told me I couldn't use the word stutter to describe what I have because of this other phrase of, did I stutter? I'd be like, no, do you know how long it took me to figure out how to say stutter? You're not taking it from me.
I feel.
Yeah, everyone can have an opinion. Everyone does have an opinion on everything. They just don't necessarily vent it in public. If someone gets butthurt over that, then they need to take a chill pill.
Right?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
God save the world if I ever have my filter completely break down and all my opinions go live on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the particular person that told me that my support was not needed for BLM, I just unfollowed them, and so that I would not see their posts, so I would not be tempted to support them.
I'm just going to put it out there that this is an unfortunate truth of the world, or at least in the United States, that you, as a white man, it is critical, in fact, that you do have that opinion. Because unfortunately, that
Yours may be the only one that counts.
Exactly.
I get yelled at because I like to point out that I'm not white, I'm Irish, and we only recently got grandfathered into whiteness, and last in, first out. They'll come for me eventually. Nah, I'm not taking that label.
Yeah.
It is a social construct that I do not subscribe to.
Last time someone told me that I wasn't allowed to have an opinion on something because it was offensive to them, I told them that their reaction was offensive to me.
Yeah.
And I skipped over Megan up here. Today on the way home from getting my meds, I saw a giant tour bus full of Trump flags and banners. It was awful, but I joked about asking if they had any Biden stickers.
The flag in the neighbor's house is him as Rambo. They photoshopped his face on Rambo's body, and they have a giant flag in their front yard. I'm just like, I have my own fanfics, but none of them are this hard. What are you doing with your life?
Oh, yeah. Alice brings up a really good point there as well. That unfortunately, nature of the beast, it's kind of, depending on the situation, of course, but it does come up a lot where it's just impossible to accommodate every single disability at the same time. This is something that I have to deal with a lot with being an ML with NaNoWriMo. It's impossible for me to find a location to host sprints at, or in-person write-ins that accommodates everybody. And I hate it, but it's unfortunate that is what the world is.
You do the best you can to the largest number of people.
Yep. And you move it around so that if, A can't go to one event, they can go to the next event.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've literally just had with my fanfics and chill stream. We've just decided, because everyone's schedules changed since we implemented it, and now, I've very split panel. I've got a regular who's in Australia, got a couple of people in my time zone, and then the vast majority are in the US, so mostly Eastern and Central. So I've got to do it at a time that is not 2 o'clock in the morning for me, because I'm the host, but there is no time that suits the entire group anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So what we've decided is 1 week I'll have it at 4 p.m. on the Friday, and the next week I'll have it at night on the Friday/Saturday, so that everyone gets a chance to come. So.
Yeah, back when I was coding, it was the most important lesson I ever learned in life is follow the 90-90 rule. Try to do your features that are best for 90% of the people 90% of the time, and
Mhm.
realize that there will always be edge cases that you just can't get to. But try to keep everything 90-90.
Yep.
So Alice said, like, sometimes my own disability needs clash, and I can't use some accommodation. Oh, and Keith says also it isn't just the disability itself; it's how the disability came to be. Someone who is born paraplegic will not have the same reactions as someone who got that way in an accident. Also
Yeah.
true. And Kat has joined us, and let her introduce herself.
I'm Kat. I do things.
Kat is awesome. Follow her on Twitch.
I also currently have really bad cramps, so I have an ice pack pressed against my back.
Oh.
Oh,
And I'm sitting
I'm
on my
sorry.
bed.
Mm.
Well, we are about to start 20 minutes of getting stuff done, and that for you can be just resting. All right, are we ready to sprint?
Yes.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. We have completed that sprint. And it's still beeping at me.
I
How did
forgot I was here.
Huh?
I was listening to a podcast and I almost completely forgot. I was here with you guys. Oh.
Megan got 230 words, and then the BF distracted her with questions about groceries. Who needs groceries when there's typing to be done? And hello, KB. Welcome. And Spence came in, too. Woo.
I feel that, Megan. I feel like my husband only wants to talk to me when I'm doing a sprint.
Ooh, Alice got the devil's words.
Nice. We are pleased.
My total word count for Zara's stream yesterday was 66.
Nice.
We are very pleased.
I know I didn't get any writing done, but I changed into pajamas and threw my laundry into the washing machine. But I also was still ruminating on the topic before. I'm angry on behalf of the people that are legitimately colorblind now.
I know. I was furious when I first found that out. Again, partly just because I am a stutterer. Like, as much as I joke about, like, don't take it away from me because I just figured out how to say it. Like, seriously, if I'm calling it a stutter, it's a fucking stutter. And I would be furious if I was colorblind and somebody told me I couldn't use colorblind just because some idiots who are racist and don't understand it decided to adopt that word for their version of racism that they don't believe is racist.
If I were colorblind, I'd be like, no, you are not allowed to be mad at me for using my own term for my own disability. You need to back the fuck off and go after the assholes that are using it wrong.
Yeah.
Leave me out of this.
And now they have to use some like other crazy term that nobody knows. That I believe has like deficiency in it or something like that, which I wouldn't want to say that I'm deficient in something just because I can't distinguish between certain colors. So yeah, like I was really, really mad when I first found out about it, and now I'm kind of mad again.
But,
Yeah.
you know, like our conversation said before, I am not colorblind, so I'm not allowed to have an opinion.
Mhm.
I'm the opposite of colorblind. I'm gay. We invented color.
Glitter is in our blood.
We come
No,
up with new
seriously, I went to the
species of
club a
color
lot.
every day.
I'm pretty sure if you cut me, I would believe glitter. I used to go to the club a lot. It's soaked in.
Well, it is the arts and crafts version of herpes.
Mhm.
And it's one of the 3 gay versions. I should have stopped that before it got out of my mouth, but I'm just like, yeah.
Now, Sage, you were
Oh,
about to
well.
say something.
Was I?
All the things.
Schlancha.
Здравствуйте, как вы поживаете?
I got coffee, which is like my alcohol, so like I'm kind of participating.
I have water.
I have orange vanilla Mio and water.
Ew, but okay. You're
Ew?
entitled to that flavor.
You don't think orange vanilla? It's like creamsicle.
No, I feel like it's the water that is upsetting me in this combination. I
Oh.
love creamsicle, but like with the vehicle of water for it, it does not.
It actually works.
Okay, I believe you.
And
By which she means I totally don't believe you.
well, and I
I
also
almost killed the computer.
with all the other flavors of Mio, they give me heartburn. But I think it's the vanilla in this one that actually settles things a little better.
That makes sense. I did get some work done during that sprint. I'm proofreading for somebody that I've proofread before, and I didn't realize when I agreed to proofread her the first time that she's ESL. So
That makes things challenging.
yes, it was definitely a challenge. So when she asked me today if I would proofread for her, I agreed to, but I was like, oh, this might take way more than I want to charge her for. Like, just I don't want to like overcharge her, even though I should, you know what I'm saying. But
I know.
Yeah, but it turns out this is actually really well edited this time.
Oh, good.
And still, I've only gotten 6 paragraphs in because of who I am as a person.
So, hey, Charlie, should I read that paragraph that I read to you before?
I liked
Oh my
it.
God. Is this the word salad paragraph?
No, this is from episode 3 of Will Meyer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The sky outside was ominous, and I could hear the drizzle. Good. Maybe things would cool down for a few days and not be hot as balls. I checked my phone, and it was still too hot to be comfortable, but less roasty? Hot as ball? Just the one? No?
Which sounds so like the character's voice. Like,
I mean, that is so good. But I have to say that phrase has always completely mystified me. Because isn't that like the exact opposite of what balls are for? Is like balls are cool, not hot. Like,
here is
inside
the
track,
part
they're
of
defective.
here is the part of being male that is not often discussed. Those things get hot.
okay. Then they are not their prime directive.
No, they're defective.
Very much so.
Well, I think part of it is the fact that like what their temperature is supposed to be is still real fucking hot. Like it's still higher than is it like 76 that our skin temperature is? So they still feel real hot, even though they're like trying to cool off by escaping the body, but also like they're between the legs, so they're not doing a great job of escaping the body.
Is that in non-freedom units?
There is a reason why I get really ticked off when guys get called out for manspreading. It's like, no, you don't understand. There is a sauna down there. It needs ventilation.
I think there's a point where it's excessive, though, and that's where the problem is.
I'm just saying, there's a good reason that the good Lord invented the bidet, and it's not just to keep your tushy clean.
So my brother and I worked in the same restaurant for several years. And the first time I heard him, I think I was expo that night, and he like comes running into the kitchen and he asks the line. He was a bartender. I was expo at the time. And he runs into the kitchen and he asks the line chefs, hey, did any of y'all Gold Bond? My balls are sticking to my legs. And I'm like, I don't want this moment with my brother. I understand. Like that sounds really uncomfortable. As somebody with boobs, like I can kind of sympathize in that aspect of like floppy things sticking to trunk of stuff. Like I get that it's uncomfortable, but like I didn't need the graphic.
Yeah, think of that area down there as just permanent underboob.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that level of uncomfortable and sweaty and gross.
Yeah.
It is eternally trying to destroy you as a human being.
Fun.
Oh, totally unrelated. But Spence, per our previous conversation, this is what 2 pounds of tea biscuits look like. And my friend tried to talk me into getting 4 pounds of them. It's a kilo, so it's 2.2. A friend of mine tried to convince me to get 4.5 pounds of them because this was $2.99, but they were 2 for $5. And like, what in the ever living hell am I gonna do with 2 bricks of this in the year that they last
parties.
for before they stale out? I am
All the
single
tea parties.
person. I don't have children. I'm already plotting like making sandwich cookies with them and stuff because what the hell?
Get yourself a
Tea
hat.
every day.
I mean, I do drink tea every day, but that's a lot. That's still a lot of biscuits.
Get yourself a hat and a pet dormouse, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, KB says biscuit cake.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking up recipes for these to like get them used.
Yeah, just make a lot of like cheesecakes and fridge tarts. And
Yeah. It was
Stuff that-
funny because he was upset that I was wasting 50 cents by not buying 2 of them. And I'm like, I absolutely do not need 2 of these in my life.
don't think that's how saving works.
Did he secretly want you to give him the other
I
box?
don't know. But also he knows my financial situation and it's way worse than his. So if anything, he should have offered to buy 2 packs and give me 1. As well as the single bok choy that he was giving me because they came in bags of like 8. And I'm like, I literally just need a single bok choy for what I'm making, and you're already buying 8 of them. Do you actually need 8, or can you make do with 7?
I have not had bok choy since junior high.
Isn't it
Fun.
a type of cabbage?
Yes.
It is a type
I'm
of
fine.
So I can't have it.
I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm just what? Sorry. Okay, I'm fine.
I was just gonna say, fun fact: my friend whose baby was just born like 2 months ago, when they found out that they were pregnant, they were calling him bok choy.
I approve this message.
We called him bok choy for like 9 months, and then he was born, and his name was not bok choy, and I have not adjusted.
No,
That's
that
this child's nickname.
is its name forever.
I mean, he has like a billion other nicknames that are also cute.
If I have
But,
to
like-
cope with family members who still call me Rusty, you can call that kid bok choy forever.
Yeah.
My roommate's baby, I genuinely forget its name periodically because they still call him Gummy Bear because of that stupid app that tells you a comparable item to the size of your fetus. And when Gummy Bear happened, it just stuck with Gummy Bear.
Oh, I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear.
I have a friend who called her daughter Tidbit as a nickname because when they were trying to conceive, they were told that both of them should be eating a lot of pineapple,
You're
and they
also
did.
told that when it's like around your due date that supposedly it induces labor. It doesn't, of course, but
Yeah. So,
but it's an excuse to eat a crap ton of pineapple.
yeah, a lot of pineapple. They did a lot of pineapple when they were trying to conceive, and then throughout the pregnancy, they were just like, "This baby wants pineapple," and I'm like, "I wonder why."
Oh, Spence, I don't know why that doesn't surprise me, but that's oddly the most appropriate thing I have ever seen you type in chat.
Which
Like,
one?
Pizza Demon's first
Oh.
nickname was Lil Butt.
Yeah.
Pizza Demon has had a lot of nicknames since I've known Spence.
I'm just saying that
Like Pizza
for
Demon.
some reason that just seems so appropriate. And yes,
Pizza
I
Demon
just realized
is
I have no idea what Pizza Demon's actual name is, and I don't know if that's deliberate or not.
it is deliberate. She does not
Okay.
want it out in public
That's
spaces.
fair. That's fair. I just never realized that I didn't No.
Pizza Demon's real name is Za.
It's the za, man. All right, shall we do another sprint?
I
Fantastic.
think better.
It's a beach.
Woo.
All right, we will sprint in 3, 2, 1. Surf's up, bruh. All right. Sprint number 2 is done. I didn't get any more writing done because I just can't seem to focus this late in the day for me. I have realized that Will is basically my internal monologue. Just his snarky irreverence. How did everybody else do?
I listen to more of this podcast.
Excellent. What podcast is it?
The New Witches.
Okay.
I got to page 4, which the first time I got to page 1/2, so that was good.
Yes, that is definitely good.
I wrote a bunch of words and deleted a bunch of words, and then wrote a bunch more words. So my tracking sheet says that I wrote 105 words, but I think I wrote like 305 words and then just deleted 200 of them.
I would say it still counts.
That is just a mood right there.
Mhm.
I did some pain mitigation and then just played Grindstone because I put a crick in my neck that is really starting to hurt. And
Aw.
That
I'm
is
like,
not good.
couldn't you have warned me earlier? Like when I got up and had time to do things? Why are you just telling me this now?
Stupid body.
My body is all the dum-dum.
Alice
Mood.
finished writing the post and then moved over to making a packing list for the university. Ah, Diana, hello. How are you?
Hello.
Oh, just realized I forgot to say hi when I came in an hour ago. Hey. You are here. That is all that matters.
I really wanted to say you are here, but I don't think you're queer. So I wanted to say that the I'm here and I'm queer thing.
I mean, maybe. We don't know. After all, M for all.
M for all.
I really didn't think that through.
No.
I really didn't.
I think that is emblematic of like all American politics right now. Like I think you can say that to everyone on all sides of everything. Just
Mhm.
like you really did not think this through.
Or they just don't have enough friends that are like on hookup apps or into fanfic.
Mhm.
Sus anal bum party.
Yeah. So that was the hashtag for the launch of Susan Boyle's first album. And it's Susan Album Party.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's not how most people read it.
No.
That particular convergence of words has been out at least since the early 2000s because they used it during a Celebrity
Anal bum
Jeopardy.
cover.
Yeah, anal bum cover. Celebrity Jeopardy on Saturday Night Live. There were so many on that one that were so good.
Oh yeah.
He was so good as what's his face? Sean Connery.
Yeah.
That's how I learned my Sean Connery impression. The day is mine. Stuff it,
Yeah,
Trebek.
it's a better way to go because it's like an overblown impression, and
Mhm.
yeah.
And I use that impression to sing Veruca Salt's song from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I want a feast. I want a bean feast. Candy and donuts so good you could go nuts. Give it to me now.
You can't see it, but I raised my eyebrows.
Also, because of how old I am, which I realize that I am among mostly contemporaries and baby cat here, but when you said Veruca Salt, I immediately went with 8 Arms to Hold You.
Yeah, I had a moment
Think
too
of
where I
Earth
was just like,
Crosser?
that's really not what Veruca Salt sounded like. And then I was like, oh yeah, the movie. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
got
that
it.
Veruca
Yeah.
Salt.
But you're not
Hello,
alone.
Raven. Wow, that got quiet. I said hi and everyone stopped talking.
Raven,
I-
entertain us now.
I fell down a flashback rabbit hole, so
My
um,
apologies.
no, it was actually to do with hashtag blindness, which is a legit phenomenon and one that I used to have to. So I used to be a social media manager, and more than that, I was a trainer for a social media management firm, and I had to train people on hashtag blindness and thinking through your campaigns before you start them.
So is hashtag blindness just people not looking at hashtags?
It's how people don't take into account the alternative ways that hashtags, and it goes for URLs as well, can be read. Like the big one at the time that I was doing the training was "Now Thatcher's Dead,"
Oh.
and a lot of it caused chaos on Twitter because people read it as "Now That Sher's Dead."
Yeah.
And everyone was like, please tell me that our gay icon has not. Please, we cannot handle this. And then they were like, no, it's Ding Dong the Witch is dead. And they were like, okay. Yes. So that's where I was, just spiraling through very uncomfortable training sessions.
That's why I always use capital letters in my hashtags, just to make sure,
Same.
because I have issues reading them. So I'm
Yep.
like, if I capitalize each word, then it's obvious where the new words are, and I won't end up with an anal bum cover.
The problem is, or was, that for a long time hashtags did not recognize capitals.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So you can do it now. You couldn't do it in 2012.
Oh yeah, Megan says it's also important to do that for screen readers.
Yes.
That too.
Because
Oh, I was going to say something completely unrelated. Continue.
I know of another one. I've brought this up with I think it was on one of Meadow's streams, but it's this one.
I love that one.
Isn't it supposed to be God is now here? But it's like,
Oh.
God is nowhere.
yeah.
Also, again, because I have issues with these, I read it as God, I snow here. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
That's
God, I snow here.
that makes me think of the wrapping paper, the festive wrapping paper with the phrase "Let it snow."
Oh,
Let's
yes.
now.
Le tits.
Yep, let it now. Very
Oh, that
demanding.
was a good one.
And also, you see it with URLs as well. And the classic example there is Therapist Finder.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Raven. Yes, that sounds like a dandruff commercial. And I was quiet when you came in. Hi, because I had to censor all the thoughts in my brain because of what Spence said shortly before you came in. All the curseness of my mind invaded, and I had to shut that down.
Spouse greeting. Yes, bad Charlie.
Oh,
I have
dear.
never pretended that I was an angel or that I was innocent recently.
Oh no, you really haven't.
Besides, haven't you read Are the Straits okay? They don't greet each other like that.
I know, that's part of why they're not okay.
Oh, people need to think of these things when naming stores as well. We have one named Market Spot, but I read it as Market Spot. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so we
Mhm.
have a new bar that just opened in town that they did not think about what they were doing when they named it. And I can't even remember the actual name of the place now, because when you look at the sign, it looks like it says Glory Hole. It doesn't. It's Glory something else. I can't remember what the other word is, but it really looks like Glory Hole. And so everybody started calling it the Glory Hole, and they accidentally had a gay bar when they didn't intend to have a gay bar. And they're really having troubles right now because they did not think it through. Like the font that they had their name made it, and like,
Mhm.
They wouldn't have problems if they just embraced the fact that they're now a gay bar.
Yeah.
they thought that they were doing a family-friendly country western place, and
Oh, yeah.
got
Honestly, they
Something
still
very
could have
different.
named it the same thing.
Remember that episode of oh my god, why am I blanking on the name of it? It's Always Sunny, where they accidentally turned the bar into a gay bar and they had like their best business ever. Just saying.
I mean, I was just sitting here thinking there are worse things to have as a business than a gay bar.
Exactly.
We have a gentleman who comes into our restaurant quite often that will buy businesses to lose money so that he can get tax write-offs because he's wealthy. And every time I see him, I'm just like, so there's this gay cafe I want to start downtown. Like, I promise you, you'll have such a good write-off. Like, I will lose you all of the money. Just give me some funding. I will get you all the write-off that you need.
Raven has that problem with a donut shop in town. It's called Glory Donuts, but because of where they put the donut on the sign, I interpret it as Glory
Oh,
Hole
dear.
Donuts.
No.
Oh
It sounds
dear.
like a party game.
I mean, I'm not
I'm
going to
sorry.
say you're wrong.
The harshness is strong with this one today. Like, I might need to just mute.
No, I can't tell we're blessed or cursed.
Yeah, this is the car. Well, actually, this is the Brimstone Express.
Mm-hmm.
But
Spence,
it's
I'm pretty-
like brimstone.
You also have issues with logos where people don't look at what their negative space could be. So you end up like, I know infamously there's the logo that's supposed to be a house, but actually looks like goatsy. Like, oh no, what have you done?
Mhm.
So the first thing that I had to do when we bought the restaurant was change their logo because they couldn't see it. I could not get her to see it, but the name of the restaurant is The Wine Rack, and they had as the logo a wine glass next to the words wine rack, but the bottom rim of the wine glass looked like a C. So it looked
Oh,
like it
dear.
said wine crack. And it was like all I could see. And it was like, all you have to do is just flip the wine glass the other way around. Just flip the wine, just like go into that layer and flip it. Just flip the other way around. It'll
All
be
you
fine.
gotta do.
That's all you gotta do. And I could not get her to see it. And I'm just like, it's not just me. People come in and go, I love the wine crack. And I'm like, that's not the name of the place.
But also just embrace it. You're now the wine crack.
Oh no, my husband will not let me get that cursed at the restaurant. I have been allowed to have at least 3 drag nights there, and the normies did not know what to do.
Now,
The normies
You,
never know what to do.
did you ever get like a large purchase of the product, the Wine Rack?
No.
Just so you can have a night where everyone's drinking out of their bra. So the wine rack is a bra that holds an entire bottle of wine and has a straw.
That seems
our
like
former
such a bad
bartender-
idea.
I love body temperature wine.
Okay, so our former bartender threatened to castrate all males employed at the restaurant should those be a product that we sold. And I love her so much, and she's the kind of person that would do it. So that
Never gonna happen.
yeah, so we never did that.
I don't know. It was a great YouTube video when Tyler Oakley and Mamrie Hart wore them. And I think they quizzed each other as they drank out of their wine racks.
I'm just saying there's only one beverage that belongs in that thing, and that's Fireball, because Titty Warm Fireball is the best thing on earth. Yes, I know this from experience, and I miss it every day.
I mean, that is fair, but also I feel like it's good for content, not so good for actual usage. Like, there are a lot of products that I feel like were made specifically for YouTubers to be able to be like, I tried this weird product I found on Instagram or whatever.
And like for me, I'm thinking, this would be like, because I don't need my coffee to be steaming hot coffee. Like I could totally put coffee in a bra and it'd be the right temperature.
Ooh.
How would I
You're
clean it?
right.
I like creamer in my coffee, and like
You're also right.
although I don't even think that wine has enough alcohol in it to counteract all of the other stuff in wine. Like wine absolutely grows mold. So I don't right. I'm thinking about. I haven't drunk wine in like 20
No,
years.
you're right.
The devil. Okay.
They
But yeah,
probably have a way to flush it.
they might.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that is what that's how I'm thinking of this thing as being actually functional. Something that I do like to be on the warmer side of things. I could have a coffee bra or a tea bra and be totally happy with that.
Because hunting around here means going into the woods with your guns and getting drunk and passing out by a fire and hopefully not setting yourself on fire. I don't think people actually hunt. Anyway.
Tell us how you really feel, though.
Oh, no. I know these people. I've been invited out on these things. You go out into the middle of the woods with all the guns, you get really drunk, and you pass out in front of a fire, and hopefully nobody rolls into it. That's what happens. Anyway.
Their asses would be beat by the people I grew up with, like, and was raised by. Like, you don't, like, if you're drinking and you're hunting, you're not firing a fucking gun. You're not touching a gun.
Yeah, but we're in Michigan, and Michigan takes hunting seriously AF.
We do.
I feel like I need to
My
explain
hometown,
folk to
we
y'all
used
again.
Like, the first day of hunting season of each season was a holiday. Like, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I think that's why, even as like, a gun control liberal, I am okay with hunting, because I was raised in a state where it was taken so seriously. And
Also deer.
yeah, also deer.
Venison.
But I mean, people are actually freaking responsible about it here.
Yeah,
So I was raised with responsible hunting.
Okay,
even the people that aren't that responsible are more responsible with hunting.
sweeties, honeys. I live in Missouri.
I know.
There is no such thing as responsibility here. No one has it. No one would even know what that word means. It's a vocabulary word that we struggle for people to understand. Hill folk. It's hill folk
I'm
and
saying
swamp
nothing.
people.
Here, if you touch, Alice says, here, if you touch any alcohol, you're not firing anything more than a Nerf gun. However, getting everybody drunk and having a Nerf gun party would be fun as hell.
I unfortunately go into mom mode because this happens at my house, and I'm like, who the fuck is cleaning all this up?
I want to go back to the wine rack thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Because so my brother got a fancy new fridge when he was still in his old apartment. And it was one of the ones that has the water dispenser. Like, it's got a tank built into the door and it dispenses water. And my brother was like, this is brilliant. And he filled it up with wine.
I have so many things to tell my husband when he gets home.
Wait,
And it
but how
was-
did it go?
It was great on the day that he did it because he was having a house party and like they cycled through the wine pretty quickly. And then he did it again when he wasn't having a party. And he didn't drink the wine quick enough.
See, I feel like this could be fixed with the proper amount of hosing and boxed wine.
Yes. Yeah,
Like,
you
I
just
feel like we could
gotta-
fix this. We have the technology.
Yeah, you just
The
gotta
thing-
like figure out a way to like get over the gap so it doesn't get crimped in the door when you close
Yeah.
it. But yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
This can be engineered.
Yes.
I mean, the thing is, those water tanks need to be properly cleaned anyway, and most people don't. So, like, that's gross enough. The wine thing really does not improve it because, yes, there's alcohol in it. There's also a significant amount of sugar and other things which mold and bacteria enjoy.
Yes, but a good high proof whiskey in there should be able to keep just fine and be nicely decanted and just the right temperature that you don't even need to put a stone in it.
You know, I wonder
Now,
if we could
that is
do
a
like
good point.
a version of this, because you know there was this picture and it looked like a water dispenser, but it had like two sides, and instead of hot and cold, one was Jack Daniels and one was Coca-Cola. If we could do this with a fridge for my dad,
See, now I'm just picturing a soda fountain with just different kinds of alcohols.
you're right.
I mean, some bars
You're
have that.
Mhm.
And they're a pain in the butt. If you ever go to a bar that has one of those and that you like them, say thank you. Because they're a pain in the butt. They break like crazy.
Mhm.
Luckily, the company that installed it wanted to install it, paid for it, so we didn't have to deal with all the damage that it kept incurring. But alcohol does not, that hard liquor does not like going through a pressurized system.
No.
No.
It really does not.
Well, you need something that you just screw the bottle in and then you pull a lever. Screw the bottle in, pull a lever.
Okay, we are getting close to the end, so we need to do another sprint. And I have the jellyfish lined up.
Jellyfish!
All right, and we will sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. the final sprint is completed. I almost, I did start that without unmuting myself. I actually started my Sims marathon yesterday muted for like the first 15 minutes.
Oh,
So I was talking to nobody.
At least it was running, though.
At least what?
At least it was running, though.
Yes, at least it was
People
running.
were watching The Sims, if nothing else.
Actually, at that point, nobody was. That was 7 a.m. in the first like half hour of a Twitch stream.
And I was lurky turkeying.
Yeah, I think it was. I had 2 people at that point, and it was me and Sage.
that was right before my power went out.
Yeah, speaking of Twitch, just in case people don't know, I am very close to getting affiliate. That's why I'm dual streaming this one today. For future weeks, this will be back to being YouTube only for the sprints. Perfect Pancake, which is on Tuesdays, is Twitch only. This week, because I need 3 individual days with streams on Twitch, I did this one. I've got Perfect Pancake on Tuesday, and I'm going to do an hour stream on Wednesday before Charlie's 1 p.m. stream.
Because I'm basically going to be living on Twitch.
Yes.
Like I do sometimes.
Let's see. VTM Mysteries on Thursdays is YouTube. Yeah, and those are the things that I do on my channels. All right. Let us find out how people did during that sprint.
I became part of the problem and played Angry Birds Reloaded.
How is that part of the problem?
Because I'm allowing King to exist.
And how is that different from the old Angry Birds, or is it the exact same game?
It got rid of all of the things that they forced you into buying so that you could do things. It's
Oh,
just a
that's
straight
nice.
up game now.
Nice.
Yay.
They still have a money store in there, but you can't actually give them money for anything. And so for like your stars, you can actually spend them on some of the power-ups and things now.
Excellent.
So, but I'm also kind of having a moment where I'm thinking about, ooh, when I start doing the tabletop games on my channel, I can think of some fun things we could have people spend channel points on to mess people's games up. Ooh.
I watched tabletop games on various channels, and one of them has people able to contribute to the channel and buy like nat 20s for the players or the DM. And they can purchase wild magic surges and stuff like that. So basically, the audience can throw monkey wrenches into the game.
I like that.
I am so
That'd be cool
excited.
if, like, because I'm thinking about how, like, sometimes we can lend, like, somebody else can get a point from us helping them. Like, if, like, the audience would be like, I want to throw in a help.
That would be cool.
Here's, like, 1,000 channel points that don't really do much, but create participation.
I
That
can
would be
already
cool.
see how everyone would fuck with Nate.
Yeah. Oh my god, we could do that to each other.
Mhm.
Exactly. This could be
Yeah.
so
That's what I
much
was thinking
fun.
Because we'd also be
yeah.
building up channel points if we had the Twitch open.
Exactly. Like, I'm not so worried about the audience, but I know the gremlins that are the other players,
Your
and we would
point?
so be fucking with each other.
Just
Some
like
of those things. It's gonna be
randomly,
honor
just like
amongst
I'm gonna
thieves
give
until it isn't.
points to she's like, Chase, here's 1,000 channel points to like side with the bad guy. She's like, you're in the game. I don't care.
They're my points.
Maybe it's a good
Audience.
thing.
Then I can do what I
Audience
want.
member Cat is a different person.
Oh my god! And then you start like paying people off behind the scenes to get them. Oh god!
Oh, that would be great. You could troll yourself.
Yeah, because that's exactly like. I mean, I'll pop in there and do shit for favors. You can absolutely buy me. Subscribe to me, and I'll do whatever the fuck you
I
want.
need to figure out how to DM a game and get players just so I can be an asshole to myself.
I am here.
I think you've been playing long enough that you have the gist of how to play.
I believe so.
Yeah, it might be a good thing that
It's
VTM
not.
Mysteries is on YouTube and not
YouTube.
Twitch.
Right. Now that we've realized that we will corrupt literally anything we can. Oh, that's right. We are those people.
KB says, I mean, Maiden to Shade would go for it.
Maiden to Shade would definitely go for it. Especially if it meant that Jeremy would be happy.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Thursday's game, mostly because I don't need to have a big plan for it.
Mhm.
Like last one, I had to have plans upon plans upon plans.
Mhm. I'm still
next-
mad at you, by the way.
Who's on first?
I
That
built
was-
the entire arc in St. Louis on a puzzle based on who's on first.
And when
Jason?
when we as a coterie realized that that's what was going on, I raid quit.
I support that.
If you want to feel good about yourself or how much planning you're putting into a game, I may or may not be building a large portion of the city of Lightfell in Tailspire so we can play a game in it.
Cool.
Like this. Why am I doing this to myself? It doesn't have to be like this.
Oh
Are
my
you
god,
official?
Charlie.
Do you know what would be
Charlie,
easier for you to do? Just play the game.
You know how you are adopting new time slots?
Yes.
And you've got Wednesday from 1 to 3, and that's
Yep.
a day that I can be there. You could run a game on that time slot.
I was actually thinking about that when I'm ready to start testing the game, turning that one into a game stream. Especially because that's why when I was like, I'm putting these new streams up, Jace. Would you be available for any of them? Like I had ulterior motives in that question.
Cough, 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 cough.
Yeah.
We would
it's
like
bad.
to join you.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm just like reaching through my wall at Sage, like all the way to Africa. I'm like, we would like to join you.
Seeing as that is a time that is actually friendly to my time zone.
And see, the fun thing is, with it being on Tailspire, if you also have the game, you can move your own piece around on the map. And if you don't, I can.
Cool. Cool.
Fancy.
Yep,
I don't know what a Tailspire is.
it's on Steam.
Aha.
TALESPIRE. It is a virtual tabletop where you can literally build the maps, create tokens for the characters, and move them around. It has spell effects for when you cast spells at each other. It has fight effects for when they fight with each other. It basically will let us make a video game out of the tabletop game.
Nice.
But now you need to plan how we can fuck with each other on Twitch
Yes.
with the channel points.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun because it's a cipher game, which for anybody who has not looked at the cipher system, it is so much fun. It is a lot like the storyteller system that White Wolf uses, but
Uh-huh.
with some modifications. And oh yeah, I already know what some of those will be that they will be able to throw at y'all. Yes,
Would I be able to be a murder radish?
yes. 'Cause that's the
Okay,
game we're
then.
going to be. That's the
That's
game
all
we're
I
going to be testing.
That's all I care. I just want to be a murder radish.
I'm gonna need like manuals or something.
They're not all up yet, but my Crimson Wyverns world over on World Anvil is going to have the full game book.
Okay. Let me know when I can peep it.
I will let you know.
Spence wanna play.
Spence wanna play.
I'm here for it. Like, yeah, this is going to be fun.
It does sound like fun.
Chloe just currently looks confused.
No,
Oh.
I don't. So I absolutely do not do any sort of tabletop gaming, but I did recently the convention that I was in where I was a panelist. I was also doing some of the like free streams, the just like chill lobbies. And I ended up with somebody who writes these things as like a co-host in one of them. I opened it up for anybody who wants to be there. And I don't know what he planned on talking about when he joined, but I was like, I don't understand any of this stuff. Explain it to me. Not the actual like gameplay, but the industry. So I know things now, just not how to actually play them, but like I know about like different systems and I know about like the divide of D&D and stuff like that. So
Some of the cool stuff in Tailspire that I'm learning how to use right now is like you can set up trap rooms, so I don't have to I could set it up like if you go into this room, you may get attacked by a thing, and when the tokens get moved into the room, it will automatically roll the percent to see and spawn the bad guy and
Oh,
stuff
neat.
for you. Yeah, it's a really neat. It's system agnostic, so you can play whatever you want to in it. Yeah.
It's
I'm having a lot of fun.
$25
Yep.
on Steam. I'm adding it to my wish list.
So
And if you just like building things, it's just really fun to build things in it.
So I had an opportunity come up a little bit ago that I missed out on because everything in the world decided that I needed to be doing everything else instead of applying for this position. There was an option for me to get in on the writing of a new module for Call of Cthulhu tabletop RPG, which was going to have an LGBT bent.
Ooh.
And I am sad that I was not able to put in an resume for that.
That would have been fun.
It would have been.
Laura used channel points last night because one of the things on my channel, you can have me create a character for you, and she had me create a character for a Lovecraftian tabletop game she's running.
Neat. Oh, it is. It's getting up there.
Oh, it's
And-
6:14.
Yep.
It is bedtime.
So we should probably do the outros. I pretty much did my outro at the end of that, after that sprint. So I will pass it to Charlie.
Hello, I stream all the time now, apparently. So I am going to be picking up streams from 1 to... Okay, I'm terrible at time zones. So Central Standard Time, Central Time, it would be from 12 to 2, so that's 1 to 3 Eastern. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, in addition to the streams I already do at 5 Eastern on Wednesdays and Fridays. So come on over to the Twitch channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun writing over there and everything else that has happened. So definitely
All the
check that
sing
out.
modes.
People really seem to like the sing modes, which I have feelings about. Complex. feelings about. Also, I have been chronicling my Kindle Vella experience over on my YouTube channel. And this week's video, because I don't have as much data as I wanted to do a deep dive into data, though I'm very happy that a lot of people have sent me their data. So thank you for that. It's giving me a lot to be able to compare and contrast stuff on. But I did figure out how I am going to be doing serial format for Vella, and I'm going to be doing a video about that on Tuesday. So be looking out for that. And as soon as I get to recording it, I will be doing a very gushing podcast episode about the new Masters of the Universe that just came out on Netflix because it's amazing and everybody should watch it.
Hi, I am Chloe Alice Falcon. I am a writer of paranormal romance and a whole bunch of other smut. You can find me on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited and also Medium as Chloe Alice Falcon. And you can find me on Vella. My alien romance is under Chloe Alice Falcon. And then the story that I wrote, because I was so mad at 50 Shades of Grey, is also on Kindle Vella under C.B. Alice, because I could not, in good conscience, give myself the pen name C. Alice.
But why not?
Yeah. Sage.
Hi, folks. I am Sage Gordon Davis, also known as Moon Bunny Creative. I do things with words. I have books out, available wherever. Stuff and things. Cat.
I'm Kat, and I do things. I start my new job soon, so hopefully my streaming schedule will no longer be to be decided. The only consistent thing on my streaming schedule currently is on Thursdays, and that's I'm on Jace's VTM game, and then at 3:30 Eastern, I rotate between my channel and Glory Writes the Blues channel for the Coffee Bunny Cafe, and then at 8 p.m. I do productivity.
Cool. And I have it set up on Twitch to raid Haley Creates, because she is streaming right now, and her regular time, it really sucks because we both, before we met each other, had Saturday afternoons at 4 as our regular time, and then we met each other, and it's just like, but I had this. No, I had this. And it's like, okay, fine.
And for those who are new to Twitch, remember, and this will be important once Jace has channel points and stuff, you get 250 channel points for both channels if you go along with the raid.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so I have it set up to go to Haley's, and thank you everyone for coming. I will hopefully see people for Perfect Pancake over on Twitch.
Do you have a raid battle cry that we should all harass her with?
Oh God, I don't know. What do we want to
Mine
raid
is
with?
something Charleaders.
That is literally Charlie's something Charleaders.
Mine is Moon Raid, We Are the Beep Sheep, so, I mean, it's whatever you want.
How about Chromatic Dragonflies raid?
I can't
Okay.
even spell that right now, so good luck. Also, I don't have Twitch open. So it's a
It
good
doesn't
thing.
even apply to you.
There, I typed it in so people can copy paste it.
But I did have it in. Like, I was on Twitch. And then I closed it. Like a fool.
All right, are we ready for the raid?
I believe so.
Let's do it.
All right. And I will end the broadcast here.